welcome back to my channel. So today's video is just going to be a makeup tutorial on this look here. So in this makeup tutorial today you will see that I don't include my primer, my foundation, my concealer and setting my face. The reason I didn't include that footage in today's video is because I did just film a flawless foundation routine which will already be up on my channel. So today's video is just going to be on the rest of the face, the eyes and the lips. So if you want to see how this look turned out, then just keep on watching. So I'm starting off with bronzer today, and I'm taking this Stila Stay All Day bronzer and I'm just applying it to the sides of my cheeks in circular motions with a large fluffy brush, and I'm also working this up past my temples towards my forehead, just making sure I blend this out really well. I also apply it along the jawline just to add some definition to my face. To contour today, I'm going in with, of course, my NARS Laguna bronzer and my NARS Eda brush, and I'm just using this brush to carve out my cheekbones. I also blended this contour up towards my forehead as well, and then I took a smaller eyeshadow blending brush and the same contour shade, and I'm just using this brush to contour my nose and add some definition to it. Also under my bottom lip, just to make it appear fuller and more plump. I'm using my favourite highlighter today, the Mary Luminizer by The Balm, and I'm just taking a tapered highlighter brush by Sigma and applying this to the tops of my cheekbones, and I also work this down the centre of my nose, my cupid's bow and a little bit on my forehead and my chin. Making sure you blend out the highlighter really well is super important. You want the highlighter to look natural, not like you've just applied a huge amount of glitter in one spot. To set that all in place, I'm taking my Urban Decay Chill Makeup Spray and I'm just spraying a decent amount on my face and just allowing that to dry. Because my eyebrows take forever to do, I did them off camera today and there they are finished. And I then went on to prime my eyes, of course, with my MAC Paint Elite paint pot, and I just used a large crease brush by Real Techniques and applied this all over my eyelid, working it up towards my brow bone and in my inner corner as well. I am then taking MAC's Soft Brown Matte Eyeshadow. It's just a really light brown shade. It is a staple eyeshadow and I'm sure a lot of you own it or have heard of it. It is the perfect transition shade and that is what I am using for today. And I'm just applying it throughout my crease and working it up towards my brow bone as well. For this look today, I'm going to be using all Anastasia Beverly Hills single eyeshadows, and I'm first going in with the shade Blank, and I'm using a small tapered brush also by Sigma and just running this along my brow bone to highlight that area today. The next shade I'm going in with today is Beauty Mark, And I'm using this as my crease shade, so I'm just running it through my crease just to deepen it and add some depth and dimension to the eye. As you can see, I am deepening it further on the outer half of my eye and just running the excess product on the brush in towards my inner corner. So I'm just using a larger, fluffier brush now and just making sure I buff out those lines and make sure they are seamless and blended really well. Taking another shade by Anastasia Beverly Hills now, and it is in the shade Rosette, and I'm just applying this on the outer third of my eye and the inner third of my eye. I'm making sure to leave the center of my eyelid blank from shadow, just because we're going to be applying a different shade there today. Going back in with Beauty Mark now, I'm running that along the lower lash line, and I'm just making sure I deepen it on the outer half and then just run the excess product in towards the inner corner. I'm making sure I match the eyeshadow on the lower lash line with the eyeshadow that is on my lid, just so it blends all together and looks really seamless and put together. As you can see, I am just using the same product that's on the brush and just blending it out. I'm then taking a fluffier brush and the shade Soft Brown, which was the matte brown shade we used as our transition shade today, and I'm just using this shade on the brush because it makes the eyeshadows a lot easier to blend. And I'm now taking a black eyeliner by Rimmel. I'm absolutely in love with these eyeliners. They're so pigmented and I find they last the longest out of any eyeliners I have used to line my waterline, as I do find my eyes do water a lot and it doesn't stay pigmented and the colour tends to fade throughout the day, whereas with this eyeliner it works perfectly. And I'm using a brush to blend these two shades together, as you can see. This is a MAC pigment in the shade Rose, and I'm taking a pencil brush sprayed with some MAC Fix Plus, and I'm just using this on the center of the lid where we have not placed any shadow at the moment, and this is just going to add a little bit of light and a pop of colour and glitter to the look. I'm making sure I avoid adding any of this pigment on the outer third and the inner third of my eye, just to keep those areas free of the pigment. This is a white eyeliner by MAC in the shade Fascinating, and I'm just applying this to my inner corners before I apply the pigment, just so it is a lot more opaque and bright instead of just blending into the skin. And I'm just taking a fluffy brush, as you can see here, and just blending all the shades together so it works together and blends together really well. To deepen the outer third of my eye, I'm taking another shade by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's deep brown, and as you can see I'm using the pencil brush to add this to the outsides of my eye, and then taking a fluffier brush to blend those harsh lines together. By adding the darker colour on the outer third of the eye, it's going to add a lot of dimension and depth to the look, and I just love the way it turned out. Using a Q-tip with some makeup remover on it, I'm just using this to clean up the edges of the look, just to make it a lot more sharp and defined. Time for mascara. I'm using MAC's Super Black Lash and just applying a thin coat on both my top and bottom lashes because I am going to be applying falsies today. The amount of mascara doesn't really matter, I just want them to be looking as black as possible. As you can see here, I'm using Cocoa lashes, and these are in the style Soho. I'm absolutely in love with them. I got recommended by them by watching Luster Lux here on YouTube. She uses these eyelashes a lot, and I decided to try them out for myself, and they're absolutely amazing. Moving on to lips now, I'm taking Mahogany Lip Liner by MAC and just lining my entire lips with this. I am overdrawing them a little bit because I find my top lip is a lot smaller than my bottom lip, so I like to even those out and just make it a lot more round and defined. So once those lips are all filled in, I'm going in with a liquid lipstick by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is a look using a lot of their products. And I'm using a lip brush to apply this. This is in the shade Sad Girl. It is a beautiful deep plum shade with gold reflex in it. So it's absolutely beautiful. I was very iffy about trying it at the start, but when I did, it dries absolutely amazing, as you can see, and I'm just applying another layer on top just to make it really opaque. I'm carving out my lips with a bit of the concealer on a concealer brush just to define the lips a bit more and make them look a lot more cleaner. And this is how the look turned out. I really hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. It really does mean a lot to me. Please comment below any videos you guys would like to see next. I have a lot of chit chat videos coming up, including a very special video to me, which is all about my breast augmentation that I am getting done in November. So please keep a lookout for that video. And other than that, I have nothing else to say. So have a great day, guys. Bye! Haven't bought a foundation or you're not familiar with what actual shade you are, I definitely recommend going into a store and getting colour matched for your foundation, and also making sure you match it to your neck, not your face tone. You want to match your foundation to your neck and chest colour, not your face colour, if that makes sense.